Hi. I'm scared and it's happening again. I don't know what to do. I suppose I should start from the beginning. It started when I was 12 and has happened intermittently since. I still have no answer for what it is happening, and I have no record of sleepwalking to explain. To explain my childhood home, I shared a room with my sister. There were bars on the window. The back door and back fence made a hell of a racket when you opened it, and my mum slept by the front door, and she's an extremely light sleeper. So the first time this happened, I had just hit puberty. I went to sleep that night and had the most vivid nightmare that I had killed my family in their sleep. There was blood everywhere. Everything about it felt so real. I woke up crying and dry-mouthed. I stumbled out of bed and went to get water. In the kitchen, I realized there was blood on my hands. I freaked out and scrubbed the blood off, and then checked myself over to ensure I wasn't going through that time of the month. After I found no explanation on my own body, I went into my mother's room and shook her awake. Thankfully, she was alive and well. She angrily grumbled at me to get back to bed because I was too old to be freaking out over nightmares like this. The only evidence of it happening that I had the next day was blood on the bedroom handle. The next time this happened, I was 16. I dreamed I was trying to escape from a dangerous situation. I have no idea what the situation was, but I do remember an overwhelming sense of danger, and I was so scared. I fell down a hill, getting scratched up by twigs and bruised by rocks. The next day I woke up covered in dirt, cuts and bruises. I asked my sister if I had woken her up last night. Since I'd always shared a room with her, she said I had woken her, but because I was talking in my sleep. She said it had been in what she assumed was Spanish. This was really weird. Out of all the languages in the world, I've only ever learned how to speak Italian. And even then I never paid attention in that class. So how could I have learned how to speak Spanish fluently? For a time it was peaceful. That was until I turned 19 and moved out of home to live with my then fiancé. The 2 years we lived together, this sort of thing would occur weekly. To explain that house, it was a small cottage. You'd enter the front door and would be in the lounge room. Dead ahead would be the bedroom door. In the bedroom there was a window, but the window had an air conditioner blocking it. So there was no way out if someone was sitting in the lounge room without them realizing. Off to the left, once you've entered, there was a galley kitchen which followed through into a bathroom and toilet. It was small, with a small yard and a garden shed that was planted over dirt. There was no concrete. There were times I would wake up covered in dirt, blood, scratches, or at times in marker, written in languages that would vary, but a simple Google Translate later would be a warning. There are times my fiancé would be up at night. He'd be playing video games and would swear that I had stayed in the bedroom the entire night. But I would wake up in the backyard. As I said before, it's not like I could climb out the window because the air conditioning unit blocks it. Two of the most terrifying experiences in that time were when I woke up in a shallow dug grave in the shed. Thankfully, the grave had not been filled in, but multiple of my fingernails had been lifted and were bloody. The other was me being woken by my fiancé screaming. I was drenched in blood. There was no explanation for it, for either of these events. Being as terrified as I was, I spoke to several people about what was happening. A psychiatrist said that it was a hallucination shared between my partner and myself. My friend was asking if I was sure I wasn't dreaming these events. Between those two explanations, I couldn't figure it out, so I went to a psychic. Now, just to say, I really do not believe in psychics. I think it's a load of shit. But I was scared and at my wit's end. He told me that it was a warning of something to come, unless I changed the path I was on, and that there was a time that was going to arrive where I had to make a choice, and he prayed that I made the right one. It was around this time my fiancé's disposition changed. He went from kind and loving to cold and distant. He even started abusing me and threatening to kill me and bury me in the shed so no one would ever find me. I stayed with him for another year, scared that he would follow through on his threats if I left. The nightmares and the side effects that came with them went worse as time went on. At one point we both woke to find my spot on the couch had multiple knives stabbed into it. 2 of which weren't even our knives. Where did they even come from? When I left him, the nightmares stopped. And so did the side effects. I can tell you it was a pleasure to finally have normal nightmares about zombies and large spiders in comparison. It is coming up to 5 years since I left. So you can probably understand why I'm scared when I say I woke up this morning with unexplained blood on my hands and a message request from my ex-fiancé. Hey guys, Fauxmingo Creepy here. Thank you for checking out my new video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. I post new videos every Monday and Wednesday, but if you're impatient, I do have older videos you can check out if you haven't seen them already. I would like to hear your feedback on what you thought of this video, as it is my first in the line of fictional stories that I'll be releasing. If you liked it, let me know. If you want to hear something else, let me know. Heck, if you want to hear backgrounds on serial killers and urban legends, just put it in the comment section, let me know. If you want to send in your own creepy fictional stories to share with this beautiful creepy community, you can either email them to me or send them over Facebook. Details for both are in the description. Just be sure to include a brief statement saying I do have your permission. Also, let me know if it is fictional and for this series. Otherwise, if it's a true creepy encounter, just let me know, okay? If you haven't already, go like my Facebook page as I do post daily about various creepy things, ranging from urban legends to serial killers. You also get a first heads up to when there's a new video. As always, my creepers, be safe. And remember, the monster isn't under your bed. It's in your head.